Hello, everyone. Me and Jamie are here. We're going to do some silicone pouring. We're going to make put some color in silicone, which this is something I've never done until the last few days. It's super cool. I'll give you a quick little sneak peek of it. Ooh, where'd it go? Looks pretty cool. And while I have the camera right there, we're going to go ahead and I'm not doing a pin blank giveaway on Instagram this week, but I am going to do one on this live. So these three pin blanks right here will be given away towards the end of the show sometime. So there you go. Let me see here. You got Jamie Page is with us. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jamie, and I'll get ready over here.
Hello everybody, like you said, my name is Jamie Page. I have a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Hdpe Woodwork. I am also one quarter of the Makers International podcast, alongside the very lovely Jake Thompson, Dale from Maple Tree Studios, and Chris Coote from Make the First Cut. I also have an Instagram, JP Woodwork, as well, over on there, and exactly the same over on Facebook with JP Woodwork there as well. We also do between Dale, Cole Jacobson and myself, we do a virtual craft festival every other month. This month is going to be, or the next one is going to be on May the 29th. So if you want to keep your calendars free for that, that's a day of 16 makers throughout the day, doing all sorts of arts and crafting. So for your viewing pleasure, and it's free of charge, all on YouTube.
Good stuff, Jamie. Jamie is just a few subscribers away from 8,000 on YouTube, and if you look at the description below, his link is the first one there. So let's get him to 8,000 by the end of this thing here. And I'll probably mention it closer to the end. Let me show you the forms that I made out of HDPE. I first made them out of MDF. So, and there's a prototyping video, and there's going to be a video next month. They're scheduled out a little bit, but I was excited about this, so we're going to go ahead and pour some today. Let me show you the HDPE molds. And these are all. It's a 3-piece mold is sandwiched together with these perimeter bolts. These are held in by threaded inserts, and then these 4 screws on each one are levelers. So you just put it in there like that and level it. These are leveled right now, so I'm not going to mess with them, but that's how they work. You just turn those screws and get it level. So we're going to go ahead, and I know how much these take because I've made a few sets of them already, and it's going to be the block mold one is 1240, 1250-ish. So you go, this Alumilite Plat 25 is, you can do it by weight or volume, but I'm doing it by weight because I want it to be the exact same every time. So 1250-ish on that one, and then this one is right at 1600 grams. So it's quite a lot of silicone for this. So 35-minute working time. It's not going to take us that much time on each one, but I am going to degas it, and I'm going to have a pretty cool shot for you guys to watch the degassing. So I'm going to start divvying this up, and
okay. So go on, keep talking, mate. Unless you're finished.
No, go ahead.
So what I was going to do is I was quickly going to run through the chat and just let you know who's out there. So
okay,
you got a rough idea. So we've got Rory Mitchner, Matt from Wacky Works Woodshop or Workshop, Dominic, which is Target 64, Dale from Maple Tree Studios and the Makers International podcast, like I mentioned earlier. Matt again is out there. Joey is out there from Steelblade Woodworks. Fleet's Woodshop is out there. Wayne the Woodturner's out there. There's Dominic again. He's he's out there again. Let's keep scrolling. There's a lot of bullying going on between Maple Tree Studios and Wayne picking on me. So I've got poor music in my video. Oh, Matt joined in with them. I forgot about
that. Do what?
Matt joined in with them, bullying me about my music in my videos.
You probably deserve it.
The ever lovely David Birch is out there. You got to love David.
He's all right.
Then you got Tony's by Turner, who's out there. Terence Johnson's out there. Jim is it Jim Conlon? My eyes are terrible. Michael McEwen's out there. Connie's out there. Steve Ellis is out there. Jeff S is out there. Martin Brees is out there.
What's up, Martin?
Ben Shaver's out there. Michael General Woodturner's out there. Dave's Creations. Emmett from Dead Rise Woodcrafts is out there.
What's up, Emmett?
Taz Woodworking. Jay Price is out there. And Hailfire Wood Creations is out there. Bonnie E 1969 is out there.
Bonnie.
David Carter's out there. And that's it for the time being.
Awesome. Thank everybody for showing up.
If anyone's got any question, just prefix it with question, and we'll get the questions over to Jake. Another super chat for Wayne. Jamie, that beard is worse than your music. I'll rest my case.
So this is probably the most boring part of the whole thing. I mix this for about 5 minutes, and make sure you scrape the sides, scrape the bottom. If you notice, I poured right into the center of the cup, and I poured both of them in there. That way I don't have a bunch of stuff on the side of the cup, so that I mean, just better your chances of it getting it mixed well. And this is mixing.
Move that white bucket out of the way, Jake, because it's in the way of the camera at the moment, mate.
That's why I have you.
What you're doing.
That's why I have you here, Jamie.
I thought so, mate. I thought so.
Keep me out of trouble.
Yeah. Lisa B's out in the chat.
What's up?
And Carrie Mir. I want to say. I'm sorry if I butchered your last name.
So, what I'm going to do, what I found out, I didn't really know if you mixed the silicone, if it would change colors. Because I have the Alumilite colors, I got red and green. That green, it looks black, but it's really, I'll have an overhead shot here in a minute. But it looks black, but it's really like a dark green. So I didn't know if it would change into a whole different color or if it would swirl. And then I started thinking, do I just use 2 buckets and dump the buckets at the same time, or do I dump one into the other and then do it? And both effects are pretty cool. One is more distinct, like there's 2 colors. What are you laughing at, Jamie?
So Dale just corrected me. We should, instead of prefixing it with question, we should actually, if you've got a question for Jake, you should prefix it with "God damn it, Peggy."
We're gonna say, "Gosh dang it."
Gosh dang it, Peggy.
Gosh dang it, Peggy. Dang it, Peggy. You got me all sidetracked here.
Dead Rise likes my music. That's all right then.
Dead Rise does.
As long as you like it, mate, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's all right. So what I'll end up doing is just so I think I'm going to do one with the 2 bucket pour, and then I'll do the other one with the mixtures. Was what I was saying before we got sidetracked on Hank Hill. If I mix all the silicones in one and give it just one swirl and then dump it, it looks like flames, and it's super cool. But the other one is more separated, and there's a more distinct 2 colors, I guess you'd say. It's super cool. Both of them are cool. So I guess at the end of the video, whichever one you like best, we're going to go 1 bucket or 2 bucket pour. Get in the comments, but no, not in the chat room, but in the comments after the video, and tell me if you like the 1 bucket pour or the 2 bucket pour. And if you need more pictures and stuff, Instagram has some finished ones on there already.
Yeah.
I'll put some on the stories right after this, so we could tell.
So Matt's out in the chat, and he's saying red and green. He doesn't know how to pick just one color.
He don't know. Matt. He don't know. He can't. Never mind. Don't make fun of people that can't do stuff.
Yeah. No, we don't.
Me and you can't see, and he can't see colors.
Yeah, there you go. Hailfire, Wood Creation. Everyone is hot and thirsty and needs something cold and wet. LOL. Bonnie E 1969 is giving you a $5 super chat.
Thank you, Bonnie. Let's let this out of the bag right now, Bonnie. Bonnie has a 5-gallon pressure pot. This is months and months in the making, and she asked me, "Hey, do you think you could make something that would fit in the bottom of the pressure pot?" And I said, "Yeah." And then we're busy and we can't get to it and all that kind of stuff. And we are to it now. And one of these is going to go to Miss Bonnie. I'm going to ship out a few next week. And I guess when I mix in the next batch, we can talk about that because I'm about to divvy this up and add the colors.
There you go. Matt from Wacky Work says brown, red. What's the difference?
A lot. A whole
There's
bunch
a
of
super
colors.
chat from Scott the Blue Light Turner is for £2.
Nice. So I'm just going to divvy this up kind of. It don't have to be exact, is the point. So I'm just going to get it in there. I went way too much. Let's give some back. You got me sidetracked there, Jamie.
Did I?
Yeah, a little bit. It's probably your fault.
Mum's out in the chat. Hello, Mum.
Hello, Mom. I'm not gonna get this right, I don't think, today. There we go. We're gonna stop right there. So these colors are, they say don't go past 1% of the weight. So what I do is I put this back up here, and then these little syringes here, I get them off Amazon. Well, they will suck that up pretty good. Hope you guys can see
Mum
that.
says hello, sons, and hi, everyone.
Hello, Mom. So this is a 692. So I'm just going to make it below 6 grams. So this stuff is super potent. If you've ever used the pigments for resin that are like super dark, this makes that look like
I
they don't
think
know what they're
you've
doing.
got a question from Taz, Jake. His first part of it, I think this is a 2-part question. He says, "Alumilite what?" question mark. And then he said, "Is it P50?"
No, this is plat 25. So like the 50 is super. It's like it's going to be more rigid. If you go to 10, it's going to be kind of floppy and soft, and it's not going to hold its shape very well. It's good. It's good for like if you're doing intricate things that are. Whoa! I almost got me talking. If it's it's things that are intricate that you need it to be pliable to get off of that whatever you're casting. So, but 25 is in the middle, and I don't even know if this is going to be the final resin that I use on these things, but it's a really good start, and it's actually the blue stuff that I was using, the fast cure stuff. This is 745, so I'm going to go right below 7 grams. I have to concentrate.
So, there's a comment from Hellfire Wood Creation says, "Been watching your channel for a bit now. Good content. Just started my own YouTube recently. Hoping to get it going better soon. Thank you for what you do."
You're very, very welcome, and I love comments like that. I think we all do when we put all this work into this, and you finally, this is finally paying off. Just with people telling you how much they learn and stuff like that, it's super cool. This silicone stuff is a total different kind of mess than resin. So just keep that in mind.
Joey from Steelblade Woodwork says, "Just don't spill the purple pigment, Jake."
That's never gonna get old. Never gonna get old. So here we go. We're gonna do this. So you see these pigments in here. I'm gonna do this one. Hopefully you guys can. I always turn it the wrong way. It is super super thick. I put like 5 or 6 grams of each in there. I could probably put less and it would be a different color. The colors that I've already gotten, I like them. So I'm going to continue to just kind of keep with that formula. You can put less and it was still, you don't have to worry about it being real see-through. This stuff really colors this silicone. So we get the red. Watch how fast everything turns red. I mean, it's already where you can't see through it.
Yeah, or brown in Matt's case.
Brown, orange, dirt, whatever Matt sees.
So Jeff S says it doesn't have to be exact as he's pouring back and forth. Good job. Oh, you're good.
No.
Sorry.
You're good. Yeah. So what I was doing there, I already had it all mixed up. It's kind of like when you do resin. You mix up your part A and part B and make sure it's mixed, and then you divvy it up to your other cups. That's all I really did here, and it's not. It don't need to be exact. It's roughly half after I messed around for a while. So I'm gonna have a visitor next month, and it's gonna be Matt from Wacky Works. He's in the chat, and he's gonna be brainstorming. He's good at SketchUp, and he does all that stuff. And he's gonna come here, and he's gonna be the one building the resin room with me. Him and David Birch is in the chat too.
There you go.
We're gonna teamwork at its best. We're at 10 minutes right now, and I believe that these are mixed up pretty well. So before I go start touching everything, I'm gonna move these. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Let me go this. Get this out of the way. That one that Jimmy made me move. And we're gonna get this over here. And this is super cool. So there's our shot in there, and I think it's gonna be awesome. So let me change my gloves real quick. That's the thing about this resin or the silicone. It's pretty messy. Everything gets sticky, and I don't want the whole shop being sticky and nasty. So plenty of gloves, paper towels, stuff like that. Buy them in bulk. Or you're gonna waste a whole bunch of them now. I need to wipe this off. Let me go back over here. If you leave a stick in there, like I've been mixing with sticks and stuff, it wants to pull the air out of the sticks, and it won't stop bubbling. So I've learned to get the sticks out of these, and then we're gonna degas it. And this doesn't take as long as you think. Now that we're on a live, it'll probably seem like forever, but so you just lift this up. Let me go back over here.
Taz Woodworking, J Price says, can you come for a visit and you teach me?
Bring it on, man. Just don't kill me. Just don't kill me. Don't be crazy. So here we go. Hope everybody's ready for this. This is super cool. And the reason why you use, let me see if I'm getting all the vacuum. Yeah. The reason why you use the bigger containers is because that's going to bubble way up, and you'll see it in a second.
How long will it take to start pulling vacuum then, roughly?
It's already coming up. You should
okay.
be able to see it pretty well in that.
Young Claire's Crafty Corner's out in the chat.
What's up, Claire? Look, it's about to fall. This is the fun part. It's kind of hit the max as much as air is going to pull out of it. Now it's like, now when it stops bubbling altogether, then we're gonna we'll just pull it out of there and do the next one. But I wait till all of these are done coming out of there. I hope everybody can see. Can somebody in the
Yeah,
chat
yeah.
tell us how good it is? Yeah. So we're just going to do that.
Matt, oh, sorry, not Matt. Mark Crabtree says, thanks for doing the videos. I always learn so much.
Awesome. Super cool. I appreciate you guys watching. It's awesome.
Jeff S says, Jake, when do you expect to start selling these molds? I just got my first pressure pot and we'll be looking for pen blank molds soon.
Okay, these ones here are going to fit right inside of a 5-gallon pot. They'll be too big for a Harbor Freight pot, but I'm going to send them out. I'm going to send them out to a few people, and they're going to test them and play around with them and see if they last and if they're good and all that kind of stuff, and give me time to build the resin room. And also at the same time, we had the freezing weather down south in south of the south part of America. There's a bunch of raw material plants down there that are still not up. So the silicone's hard to get right now and everything. So it'll give me a chance. I've had this silicone since Christmas. So it'll give me a chance to them to get their stuff together. It'll give me a chance to get the resin room built. And that's it. So this one here.
Anita Ball says, is there any certain brand of vacuum chamber that you recommend?
No, but this one's a cheap one. And I think I actually put a link to this for Amazon underneath the description. So, but it's cheap and it has a plastic lid. If you're going to be doing stabilizing, you need a vacuum chamber for that. Then you need a glass lid. So this is we're going to take this one out. And you'll notice, man, it is dead still. There's nothing going on in there. The bubbles are out. So now we'll get the green that looks like black. And we're going to do this again. And it doesn't really take that long. Of course, when we're doing a live show, everything kind of seems like it takes a long time. But so I'm already at half vacuum, and it's already starting to bubble.
So Scott the Blue Light Turner says, what's the best way to remove bubbles if you don't have a pressure pot? Trying to make some coasters with some resin off Amazon. First of all, I'd recommend not buying resin off of Amazon because you don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf.
That's step number one. Here we go. This is almost up. I'll get with you in a second. This is the exciting part. I love this. There it goes. So when you have resin and you don't have a pressure pot like aluminum or Alumilite, Clear Slow, and their products, most of them you have to have a pressure pot. But if you don't have a pressure pot, you need to mix your silicone slowly. Don't introduce bubbles on your own, and then pour it slowly, and then you're going to pop the bubbles that come up with a torch. And that's about the best advice I can give you on that. The best advice is get a pressure pot.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, in the chat, we need to know which one do we want to do first? Do we want to do the 2 cups or 1 cup? The pour.
The pour? Well, let's ask.
We need to ask.
Let's ask these the people out in the chat.
Yeah.
Would you like Jake to do the 2 cup first or the 1 cup first? All right, so let's go. We go with everyone's saying 2 to start off with. Oh, 2 cups. Everyone's saying 2.
All right, then it's 2 cups. 2 cups. This is almost done.
2 cups, 1 Jake.
Yeah, I knew that joke was going to come sooner or later. So that's pretty good. So Do that. Turn it off.
Claire's the only one that's put one.
Claire.
She had to ruin
Next,
it.
you win. Claire wins the next pour.
Yeah, all right.
Claire wins. Claire's the winner. She thought she lost this one, but she really won the next one. Okay. Now there's nothing to it but to do it. So we'll get the pressure pot. That's on my button. It says pressure pot cam. So that's a lie. And so now all we do is try to be under control. This is super hard to do, by the way. What's that?
TLF Woodworks is in a chat, which I believe is Todd. My eyes are playing silly idiots at the moment because with the screen being so small.
Right.
But I think that's Todd. He's in the house anyway.
So here we go. I made enough for this one, so this is one we have to pour in, and 2 buckets is pretty difficult, but we're gonna go for it. So normally you would pick a corner and go into it, and just kind of have it high, but that kind of goes out to the window when we have 2 buckets. So I'm just gonna pour it, and I pour it kind of high, and just make sure I don't overflow this thing or try. Now that I said that, it's so gonna get overflowed. And just let this stuff.
You swear everyone in this chat is quiet.
Everybody quiet right now?
We've all got to be quiet.
We should turn on some of your music right now.
Yeah.
Out of control, Jamie. So let's
I know,
do some
man,
of
I know.
this.
Ooh.
This is super hard to do, by the way. I think I said that already, but
I think you did, mate. I think you did.
it's rough.
Claire said, holding my breath, I ain't gonna lie.
What, for the music, Claire?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Come on, Claire.
Connie says we're all watching the colours mix.
Good. Everybody in the chat know Connie is skull inspired, and she does cool stuff.
Yes, she does do cool stuff.
So it's kind of cool. She's in here hanging out with us.
Yeah, she's a bit of a celebrity.
Yeah. So this stuff, you got to keep your eye on this pretty good because it doesn't take much to overflow it. Which overflowing's not that big a deal, but it's just extra work later. But it doesn't ruin anything. So we'll get the rest of this green in there. This really is green, I promise. And if you're using fast curing silicone, probably not wise to use a silicone spatula to you got to wash it pretty quick, or else it's going to be one clump of silicone because silicone sticks to silicone. And then you can
Jeff says, shout out to Connie. Indeed.
Yeah, Connie's awesome. So this is one done.
Very cool.
How long have we been live, Jamie?
We have been live. I have to go back to stream now because I'm watching on YouTube at the moment. We have been live 29 minutes, 27 seconds.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, not too shabby, mate. Not too shabby.
All right. So like I said before, we need to clean this real quick so it doesn't become a clump of silicone. So, and then I'll get the stuff back ready to pour it all again, and we'll be in there. I use a ton of paper towels, so all the but I save materials where I can, so get off my back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here we go. Get this out of the way. Pull this back. Put Jamie's bucket right in the middle of the way again.
Yeah, there you go.
The other thing we need to talk about is I've been releasing videos on Saturday mornings. So if you have an opinion about if this is better or Saturday morning, I'd be happy to listen to
Mm-hmm.
those opinions.
So I'll tell you something. I'm gonna quickly ask everybody. We've done this a couple of times on your Patreon before, Jake,
Yeah.
when we've gone live.
Mhm.
I wondered if we could write over in the chat. Ask everybody in the chat to write down everywhere of where they're from.
Yeah.
Whether it's obviously wherever in the States or in the UK or Canada or
Or do
wherever
it
in
in
the
the
world.
if they could do it in the comments.
Yeah,
That'd
in the
be
comments
awesome.
after the show.
Yeah, that'd be great because it's kind of cool to see a big mix of people. It's super cool to see everybody in one spot enjoying the same thing. This pour here is going to be 1600, so it's pretty easy. 800, 800. And tedious. So I'll just put this one over here now. Get it all the way out of Jamie's way.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. 800 more.
They've been writing out in the chat. There's a lot of people from all over the place.
Nice.
Kansas, Dallas, TN. I'm guessing that's Tennessee.
TN, yes.
Yeah. South Texas, Cornwall, UK. California, San Antonio. There's a lot of Texans out there, isn't there? Texas is quite big though, so that's kind of expected.
Texans are cool, man. Don't be talking trash. Don't be
Texas
talking trash.
size.
I was over
New
here.
Jersey.
I was
Ohio.
talking trash. I was talking trash and I overdid it a little bit, so I got to put a little bit more.
Pittsburgh, PA. You can guess who that is.
Pittsburgh,
Emmett. Australia, Odessa, Texas.
Awesome.
Owl lives out that way. I know somebody else that lives out that way. Which is Owl. I said that. Claire's put London. Nobody will know Essex. No one would admit to living in Essex.
We don't understand that joke, Jamie. So it's all good. It's all good, Claire. We don't care. We don't care.
You're kind of lucky. So Claire lives in an area that's famous for like people over here that are, I mean, you had Snooky over in the States. We have a lot of them sort of people over here in Essex.
Oh,
yeah.
That Claire
Claire's not one. Claire's actually a normal person.
How you gonna call her? Claire Snooky Burgess.
Claire's actually a normal person that lives in Texas. In Essex. She's one of the very few.
She's all right. Matter of fact, if you haven't seen her channel, she does all kinds of craft stuff, and she does stuff a lathe too lately, and does a great job. She's entertaining.
Claire, you do not want to know who Snooky is.
No, Claire, just forget it. Don't look at it.
Don't even bother googling it.
Don't look it up.
Just for once, trust us.
Okay. This mixing stuff. So this resin room we're building is going to be, I think it's about 500 square feet. It's going to be temperature controlled, so we can do this year round. So I can have live videos year round and be comfortable in there. What the materials will be more predictable. Like just a few degrees in the shop makes a big difference in your casting time or your mixing time and you're mixing the colors and all that stuff and the time you have to get things in the pressure pot so having consistent temperature control in the resin room is going to be key. And then I can set everything up for lives and It'd be just super cool. And if we might not do more of them, but they'll be better.
Yeah.
That's the goal, is to always get better at it. And Jamie mentioned earlier about Makers International podcast.
Yeah.
If you haven't done that every Sunday, is it 3:30 my time, Jamie? I think
Yeah,
it's 3:30.
so it's 4:30 Eastern. Yeah, we go
4:30
live.
Eastern, 3:30 Central. It's on YouTube, so it's just like this. It's just like a live, but it's a podcast, and there's guests and topics and people talking trash in the chat, just like here. And mark it down. We'll be there. We'll be there Sunday. Hopefully, there might be some big news or something. I don't know.
There we go. There we go. There may well be.
May well be. So I think this is probably mixed. So I'll try to not act crazy on this one. I got a bad back, man. I can't bend down there and look at that. That's probably good. First try.
Cool.
That's what I'm talking about. So now we do this again and put our colors in there. I don't want to do that. 776. We'll just put. I'm gonna put less than 7 in there. This stuff is pretty thin. I mean, it's real potent, but it's. I would just. Last time I did one, I just kind of poked a stick in there and let it drip off the stick.
Yeah.
And it worked out pretty good.
Kyle Fee says, "What's up, T?"
Well, what's up, Kyle? Hope you're doing all right, Bubba. Kyle is awesome. If you don't believe me, ask me again. I'll tell you again.
Is Kyle awesome?
Kyle is awesome. We shouldn't have to talk about that anymore.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't doubt you.
Good. He's awesome. He's a good buddy. So there's that. Let me tear this. Okay. Should think about this stuff when I'm doing live. What's going to be the boring parts? But
there's never any boring parts. I'll tell you why there's never any boring parts, because the chat keeps it going. Steve Ellis has a question. He says, "What is the demold time for the silicone?"
This stuff here says 24 hours, and you just have to. This is plat 25, and it says 24 hours. Probably do it a few hours before that. But
yeah.
After you put all this work in, and I'm not a patient guy either. But after you put all this work in to make these molds and do all this stuff, and the silicone's expensive, just leave it in. I just follow the directions.
There you go. Matt says, "Look at Jake doing math."
I'm not doing math. There's lines on here. I just split them in half. Matt loves to do math when he doesn't even have to. Which, God bless him. God bless you, Matt. So here we go. Let's get this thing done again.
There we go.
Let's do this one. Yeah, actually.
Yeah. So you got Webfoot Resin and Wood Creations, which is David.
Eisenhower.
Eisenhower.
I knew you wouldn't be able to say it.
Eisenhower.
There you go. You would not, unless I said it. You wouldn't have. We already know, huh? Okay, we'll get this. This time I kind of already explained everything on the first one, so this one's more of a. It's not going to take me as long because I'm not talking as much, I guess. But Next week is going to be a shop update, and then the Patreon live. I'm not sure what we're going to make it, but it'll be fun no matter what. Good group of people in that chat.
Yeah,
And then,
definitely.
yeah, that's super fun. It's kind of,
We've got Joey joining us this time. He's
yeah.
every now and again we get someone in the patron to join us on the chat.
Yeah, so like if somebody has a channel or they might think they want to do a live or whatever, then we'll get them on there and they get some experience and
Exposure.
yeah, get some people looking at them, and some people you get to, when you're on camera, you get to find out what you really do. Is that right, Matt?
Yeah.
So that's good. Now we need to de-gas it. Put these away for a second. Get this out of the way. Look at this.
Uh-oh.
It's horrible. So let me go here again. We're going to set this over here. Put on some more gloves. It's going to be hard now because my hands are all sweaty.
Got to say, it's a nice t-shirt you're wearing there,
You
Jack.
like that?
Yeah, I just ordered me one of them.
Did you? Ooh,
Yeah.
I was on a close-up already. Look at that. Wacky Works Workshop. And I think I actually said it right, which is a big deal. Okay.
Claire says she just googled Snooky. She says you ain't wrong. She is the Essex, but I'm from London, so it's all good.
Oh, Claire deserves better than that. Claire's all right. Put that right there. This is the little tedious stuff, but I learned that when I was doing this the first few times, this is the stuff that'll keep you from messing up. So I'm gonna put this in here for you guys, and then change the camera. So there's that.
There you go.
I'm getting stuff all over this thing, but here we are. There we go.
There you go.
You see in there?
That's it.
Is that the shot right there, Jimmy?
Right there, mate.
All right. This next, I'm not going to influence you guys on which pour I like better, the 1 cup or 2 cups. But I like the next one better. Here we go. Super cool. I don't get tired of that.
Yeah, totally agree with what Matt just said. Make sure everyone gives Jake a thumbs up and a comment of where you are from at the end.
Good job. Good job, Matt. I'm going to make Matt a low-level internet celebrity when he gets here. Very, very low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a super micro influencer.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere, right?
Oh, David says Jake cooks a mean soup too.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where he got that from.
I wasn't there long enough. And when all the cooking that was done while I was there, it was done by Robin Jacobson.
And she did a wonderful job, too.
Them hot dogs were good. David enjoyed some of them as well.
So in case people haven't been to Amarillo, they have a steakhouse. That's Big Texas Steakhouse that serves a 72-ounce steak. And Jamie thought he was going to be cool and try it until he saw it. He got a 20-ounce steak. There's no way.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
You thought about it.
Yeah. They got God knows how many woodworkers in Texas. Yeah, they decided to grow Cadillacs.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
most people.
Some people plant trees.
We just. I don't know. I don't. There's none here. I got to order wood. Here we go.
Dead right
We're
says
almost.
20 ounces is still a big steak. No, not in Texas. It isn't.
Yeah. Hey, not compared to that 72. Okay.
That's like a mouthful in Texas.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to touch that steak. That's out of control. So we're almost done here, guys. And so let's do this. One more time for my favorite shot.
Bonnie 1960, E1969. What's the best substitute for denatured alcohol? It's banned in California now. I did see this somewhere. I've forgotten what it's called.
What do you guys call it over there?
Methylated spirits.
Methylated spirits. Yeah, I knew it was something.
I
Here we
can't think
go.
what it's called off the top of my head now.
Look at that. Now that's almost right. That's like maybe a half an inch below the top of that cup. So if you try to mix more at one time, to degas more at one time, it's going to overflow in that cup, or you're going to have to sit there and mess with these valves and stuff to make sure it doesn't overflow.
There you go. Mark, the gentleman wood turner's got it. He says you can either use white spirits or rubbing alcohol. Not sure really, but I think rubbing alcohol was one of the ones you can use. But it was the same stuff that I used to use for cleaning with the 3D printer bed that I used when I had it. It is an alcohol kind of wipe. You can usually buy it from the pharmacy.
Really, it just needs to clean it and then leave it with no residue. That the alcohols they dry real fast and it's super clean. And then you can go to your next grit you're going to sand with or whatever whatever you're going to do. It just needs to be clean and dry. This stuff, come on.
So the word I was looking for was isopropyl alcohol, which is the same sort of stuff as what they use in hand sanitizer.
I knew Dale's the one that I knew Dale's the one that came up with that.
Dale got there before I did. Guaranteed Dale didn't have to Google it either.
No. He just knows stuff, man.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm impressed. This is almost done. We're almost finished. I'm super excited for this pour.
I'm sure Dale's plugged into the wall and I can go, hey, Dale, play 80s music.
Play the music. Okay.
Connect Dale to my Wi-Fi.
I did 2 sets of these this week, and it's a whole lot different when you're just in here by yourself with no cameras on than a live show. But it's been fun so far, and I'm just super excited to show everybody this. This might be a mistake showing everybody because I might be selling these. As a matter of fact, I probably will, but it'll be a few months like I was talking about. So this is what we're doing. Don't be scared. Just do it. Let it dump all the way in there. Give it maybe a little bit of a swirl. And then get all of it out of there. And the silicone spatulas make a huge difference when you're doing this. As far as getting all your materials, I've done pretty good the last few pours of having just enough at the bottom of the cup to make a silicone coaster. I'll show you that in a second. One more little scrape.
Eric Lancaster said he would still buy some from you. But he also said, "Can I ask, with these silicone molds, are there certain epoxies you should not use?"
No, I don't think so. I, that's part of the reason you send them out to people to get them to test them. Because I mean, this silicone is platinum based. It's a good silicone. I'm gonna give this one swirl. That's it. And then we're gonna switch your cameras. That's the wrong one, Jake.
It's the wrong one, Jake.
Wrong one. So here we are. We ready? I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go right in the middle and let it do what it's gonna do.
Here we go.
I'm gonna pour from a little bit high up.
Look at that.
It's gonna look like flames. It's super cool. You kind of chill out. You gotta kind of have to slow down, or it'll the spots it gets to first will try to overflow. You gotta let it settle down, and or you're gonna get just kind of have a little bit of patience, as hard as that is. Now I'm kind of squatting down here, kind of getting eye level, so I can see when I'm at the top of the mold.
Dale from Tree Studios is giving you a super chat. He's put live show and live show accessories.
Dale is the man. Hold on. That is right to the top. So the other thing you can do, and I'll leave that view right there. So just like with resin and stuff like that, you can get a little skewer, and next time I'll have a better shot of this. But you can kind of mess around with it a little bit. It makes some designs, whatever you want to do. We have 35 minutes to work with this, and we're only at 19 right now. So that is super perfect right there. And I'm gonna be patient and not mess with it anymore, and just let it be what it's gonna be.
Yeah. So David has put, Eric, I've used both epoxy and polyurethane in his plat molds.
Yeah, good. I don't. I've used liquid diamonds and Illuminite stuff in all the stuff that I've done, and the other molds I've made is like the fake burl and things like that I've made with Plat 25. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any limitations with it. I mean, the one that I would say don't use is what's the stinky one I don't use? I can't think of the kind it is. It's like real. Now the real cheap stuff, the real super cheap stuff that smells is clear, but it'll drive you out of the shop. I would say don't use that stuff because of the smell.
I can't remember.
So somebody in the chat knows what we're talking about.
Taz says he would buy your molds.
Nice. In a few months, for the reasons, if you guys wasn't here earlier, it's hard to get silicone right now. I'm building the resin room, so there's all kinds of reasons we just can't do it right now.
Got a quick request off of Todd. He says, "Can you show us what these would look like? I got here late, so sorry if you already did this."
Yeah, let me get this. Of course I can. That's what we're here for. Let me change the camera to this one. Get my gloves off because my hands are sweaty. These are right here. Let me get another one that's done the other way. Oh man. So this is
Claire's got to go. So take it easy, Claire.
Bye, Claire. So this is what the flamed out one's going to. The one that I just poured is going to look like this. It's going to look like it's going to look flamey, and it's just super cool. Of course, you got your Jake blanks, and then this one is going to be the 2-cup one. See how it's. That's what that's going to look like. The first one that we did is going to look just like that. And you got your Jake Blanks also. Super cool. These coasters at the end of when I get done with it, this is all I've had left in each one of the little, there we go. At the bottom of the cups, I take them.
Yeah.
So now I have coasters for the money table. There'll be sitting stuff
There
on my
you go.
table. Here we go. That's so what we wanted to show was how cool that is to mix the silicone up and stuff. The other thing is Jamie is almost at 8,000 subscribers. Let's get him there. Like, leave here, go there, subscribe up, and get that guy to 8K. He's been doing this for a while and deserves it. And he's my favorite wingman, my only wingman. So he's my favorite. Makers International Podcast. Go there and check that stuff out. All the stuff that I used here is there's links down below. If you want to get into the Patreon live that I do on the first Saturday every month, then there's a Patreon link down there. So what else we got, Jamie?
What else we got? You've got a pen blank to give away.
Oh, okay. I have them right here, and Jamie's picking.
I've picked a winner. So I've picked a winner early on. I'm not sure if they're out in the chat. I haven't seen them out in the chat for a long while. So I don't know if you want to give it to someone. If they're not there, I don't know if you want to give it away to someone that's definitely there.
Pick someone that's been here, because I don't know if
Pick someone that's been here.
Yeah.
Right.
Or here, I got an idea. Let Connie pick.
There you go. Let's let Connie pick. Let's let Connie pick.
Let's Connie pick. You can't win, Connie, but you can pick a winner.
So let's wait for that to come up.
Skull Inspired on Instagram. Go check her out.
Yes, definitely going to check her out.
All
one word.
Buy all her stuff. Yeah. Connie.
Empty out her store.
She said, "Oh boy." Don't put "oh boy" in there. Put a name. I know there's a lot of pressure. Let's do this.
TFL. So that's Todd.
Nice.
TFL works.
Yeah. Send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, whichever one you know how to get a hold of me.
And get a hold of me via me if you want, Todd.
Yeah. However we got to do it. Super cool hanging out with you guys. Stay tuned for next week's shop update, the Patreon thing. Matt's coming here to help me. Matt and David Birch are going to help me build this resin room. We're going to get it done, and we're going to pretty much set up it's going to be a live show center, and we're going to do this stuff all the time. So appreciate you guys. Remember to go to the comments and tell me where you're from, and we'll see you next time. Give the hat tip there, Jamie. Huh? You got anything else you want to talk about before we do that?
I had a shave today.
You shaved? Get out of here.
I didn't, but the barber didn't. He kind of took away all my beard. I'm a bit upset about it. I've got to grab back now.
You probably didn't tell him anything. You did that proper English. Okay. Like you didn't say anything?
Yeah, I did sound a bit. Walked out there.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Y'all be good.
Take it easy, everybody.